What's up everybody, and welcome to the IGL Coatings Australia YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions about the Flex battery powered random orbital. Before we get stuck into my thoughts about this, I just want you to know that I have not been given this machine for free. I paid full retail, just as any random customer would, and I have actually never dealt with Flex before. This is my first machine, and I will share my interactions with you shortly because it might actually surprise you. In terms of the kit itself, you get a beautiful box. You have two batteries, you have the machine itself, some instruction manuals, and two backing plates. Now, when I purchased this machine, I didn't realize that you can actually switch the backing plates from 5" to 6" and vice versa, which was a very pleasant surprise. You also get two 5 hour lithium batteries, and I'm sure there are plenty of videos on YouTube that explain what you get in the kit, so we're not going to dive into that too much. However, my relationship and experience with Flex has already started, surprisingly. Even though I haven't used the machine itself, and I'm a big believer of shit can go wrong, things can happen. But when I first started charging up the batteries and trying to demonstrate how this machine works for another tutorial, I realized that one of the batteries was not charging and it was not running the machine. And I started saying, geez, I paid a fortune for this machine and it's already broken. I called up the seller and the seller said to me to contact Flex directly. And at that point I said, I'm screwed. Here we go. I'm going to be jumping through all kinds of hoops now to try to get a replacement battery. However, incredibly pleasantly surprised that when I did call Flex Australia, they immediately sent me a replacement battery. I called them up and I had a battery the next morning at my house. So far in terms of dealing with Flex as a company in Australia, so the reseller of Flex, 10 out of 10. Incredibly impressed. Both batteries are charged. I'm going to be polishing the car behind me. I want to really have a look and see if this machine can keep going. So I want to drain the battery completely. I'm going to polish as much of the car as I can. I'm going to slap on the second battery, which is also fully charged, and see if the battery recharges before the other battery drains. So basically I want to see if we can have continued work with the machine, which is my biggest fear of any battery powered tool really. Charger itself looks like quite a beast, and it's got all cooling fans and stuff, so I would think it's a pretty serious machine, but I also think that it's probably going to take about an hour for the battery to charge, because this was at about 40% or 30% and it still took 40 minutes to charge it. So let's see. Never used it before, so you're going to get pure blunt first impressions against the Rupes machines that I've been using for about 8 years now. With most of the car now polished with the 5", and I'll share my thoughts about it at the end of this video, I would like to now try the 6" backing plate. So as I mentioned, one of the nice things about this machine is that you can switch from 5" to 6". And I do have my thoughts and ideas about how it's going to be after using it for a few hours. But I'll save that until after I do it, because I might be wrong and I hope I'll be wrong. Now, another thing I do want to highlight as part of this, I guess, first impressions review, the Velcro is very strong. So you might end up ripping some pads, some foam off the Velcro on your pads. Be careful when you rip it out, which is good. I guess it means it's not going to launch your pad across the room if you lift up the machine a little bit too early from the car. But worth noting that the Velcro is very strong. And in terms of battery usage, so I have polished a good 70% of the car has been polished, and it has been a very light polish. There's been no heavy cutting at all, no swirl mark removal. So I can't really comment about how effective it is in removing defects. All I can say so far is that it's been very nice to work with, and not having to plug out the power cord every time I want to walk out of the garage to blow the pad out. Battery usage, we are at 50% on the first battery, so there's still plenty of battery left. And I do have another spare battery they've provided, so the kit comes with 2 batteries. I dare say you can probably keep polishing at this stage, and you're not going to run out of battery before the next battery charges. So in terms of battery life, I think they've really gone through the effort to making sure that it lasts. But again, I'm going to give a final, I guess, thoughts about the machine at the end of this video. To replace the backing plate, they give you this nice Allen key with Flex on it, which is actually nice. And it does say for CRV Germany. So at least you know it's made in Germany, and it is pretty heavy. And there are 3 Allen key screws here. And let's see how easy or hard it is to remove. The Allen keys do look like they have some sort of thread lock. They're or like a nylock. They're not freely spinning, which is a good thing. It means they're not going to kind of come off and damage the car. And I'll confirm that once I take it off, but it does feel like some sort of nylock system in there. This is the first time I do this, by the way, so if I do it wrong, please do comment. And if you've had any issues with this machine, also please comment, because a lot of people said that it's a waste of money when I bought it, and I was a little bit worried that I did waste my money. Here we go. So it does have Loctite on there. Come on, focus. It's not focusing. Here we go. There's Loctite on there. That's what I was feeling when I was undoing it. I don't know if you're supposed to be using more Loctite on it. I probably wouldn't add Loctite. But yep, there's no nylock. It is Loctite. The machine is fairly cool. And it looks like all you need to do is align. Here we go, nice and easy. Doesn't look like it's in there properly. There we go. Now it looks like it's in there properly. I hope. We'll find out. Doesn't feel like it's spinning as freely as it used to be before, but maybe that's because I've put a little bit of pressure down. As most people do, I didn't read the instructions, and I don't think you will anyway. Let's be realistic. Who reads the instructions until you have a problem? Feels like it's on there properly. I don't think there's any issue. I don't know if we need to oil anything up. It doesn't look like it needs to be. So I did feel like it was lacking in power with the 5-inch, and now with the 6-inch on there, I think it's going to make the problem worse. That's my personal opinion. I think that the Rupes 21 that's plugged into the power supply, not the Rupes wireless, is going to completely walk it. But I hope I'm wrong, because I paid full money for this machine, and I would like to make sure, or I'd like to think that my money's not wasted. So I'll slap on a 6-inch pad on here. We'll go address that door, and I'll let you know how it goes in a few minutes. Moment of truth. The big boys are out, 6-inch pad is on. Let's see how it goes. I'm not very confident with the Flex, to be honest, but I hope I am pleasantly proven wrong. So bigger pad, a little bit more product. All right, let's go. Just for reference, this is the maximum speed. We're on speed 6 now. This is the maximum RPM we're gonna get out of this machine. It's stalling now, so I have to play around with the angle a little bit. It felt to me like it was lacking a little bit in power. Let's put the machine down. Again, you don't put it down on the floor face down, you put it down on the floor face up. If you are going to put it on the floor, wipe that polish off. And look, it did the job. I don't think it would have done a great job cutting if there were any heavy defects, to be honest, because that was the maximum speed. But for the purpose of being a fair test, I'm going to now put the same pad on the Rupes 21, and I'm also going to run it at maximum RPM and speed so you can see the difference. All I'm gonna do is just get up there and adjust that top camera because we're going to be doing the back half of the door. So again, some super strong Velcro on that Flex machine, and not having a hole in the center of the machine makes it harder to balance the pad. So I did feel a little bit of wobbling that you might have seen in the video. That's probably because the pad wasn't centered 100%, which is going to be considerably harder when you don't have a center point. Here we go, a little bit of polish on the machine. So we're going to crank it up to speed 6 off the bat, which is exactly what I did with the Flex. So a lot more noise, a lot more vibration, a lot more speed, and very little stalling. All right, Flex battery powered. First impressions done and dusted. You can tell I gave it a good workout when there's a little bit of polish on the machine, and in the gaps it already looks like it's been living in a detailing shop, which means I gave it a good run for its money. My first impressions of this machine in comparison to corded machines. Now, I'm not going to call this a Rupes versus Flex showdown, and I'm not going to call it a battery powered versus corded machine showdown because I didn't really see any paint correction or defect removal. All I did is remove an existing ceramic coating. I removed mineral deposits, and I really brought up the gloss back. So we're going to be talking about the machine on how it feels, as opposed to properly how it performs in deep paint correction, which I hope to do later on. My biggest concern with this machine was 2 things: the battery life and the power that it's going to have to do work. In terms of battery life, I have been using this machine probably for a good 4 hours, and we still have 50% of the first battery left. Now, I didn't use the machine on the whole car. I used it on probably 80%. There was some 3-inch work done with a 3-inch machine that you can't stick a 5-inch pad in. And I did do a little bit of a comparison with the Rupes 6-inch to show the next point, which I'm going to talk about, which is the power. When I first used this machine, and keep in mind, I have only ever used Rupes for the last 8 years exclusively, and no battery powered Rupes other than the hybrid. So I know the Rupes very well, like the back of my hands. When I first turned this machine on, I felt that it wasn't spinning fast enough. I thought, okay, if it's spinning and bogging down a little bit with the 5-inch, it's going to be worse with the 6-inch. And that's pretty much what happened. I don't feel like it has enough oomph, or I wouldn't say it doesn't have enough oomph, but it has less oomph than a corded machine like the Rupes 21 and the Rupes 15. It does spin slower. So the RPM on this thing, it says that at 6,000, at speed number 6, it should be 7,600 revolutions per minute, where, bear with me, the Rupes says at speed 6, it is 4,500 revolutions per minute. Now, you would assume that the Flex has 3,000 RPM more spinning power at speed 6 or at maximum speed than the Rupes. I did not feel that is the case. I don't know how they measured it. It just looked to me, whether it's the noise and the vibration giving me a sensation that the Rupes was spinning faster. It definitely felt like the Rupes had more power in this case anyway. Again, I probably need to buy some sort of tool to measure the RPM, and I'm not going to do it just for the sake of this video, but if we have a lot of comments and a lot of views and it goes semi-viral or viral, I will buy a tool to measure the RPM. But for now, let's just go with my gut feeling, which is the Rupes stalled less and had more power. So that is off the bat, we're talking about the con of the Flex. However, there were a lot of things that I really enjoyed about the Flex. I enjoyed the fact that I didn't have to plug it out of the power every time I walked over to the outside of the garage to blow the pad out. I just liked the fact that I'm not tripping over a power cord. I liked how smooth it was, how quiet it was. This was nice and smooth. This just had mega recoil and vibration everywhere. And it was much louder. So I think with the Rupes, you need to consider, you know, hearing protection and things like that. The Flex is not that bad at all. Another thing with the Flex that I really liked is the battery life, as I already mentioned. I really like the fact that I can switch pads. And it's not a case primarily switching pads because you want to deal with different panels. If you are a professional detailer, you're gonna nod when I say this. How bad is it when you are working on a car, you destroy a 6-inch pad only to realize that you only have 5-inch pads left, but you don't have a 5-inch machine because your Rupes 5-inch machine carked itself. And you know, you're left with a whole heap of 5-inch pads that you can't use. And you have no 6-inch pads, but you have a 6-inch machine. So it gives you that versatility of switching to pads that you have lying around. Or you know, you might not have run out of pads, you might have just run out of a specific pad that you want. You might need a, you know, 6-inch orange pad and you don't have a 6-inch orange pad, you only have a 5-inch orange pad. So being able to switch between 6-inch and 5-inch, other than the fact that you can adjust, I guess, the size of the pad, is fantastic for getting the most out of your pad. So I really, really like that. I like the fact that they thought about the Loctite and the bolts. It does feel like a well-built machine. It feels solid. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to it yet, but with a corded machine, you feel like most of the weight is in the middle and then there's a lot of weight at the front. And it kind of, let's see if we can balance it on my finger. It kind of feels like the balance point is here, right? Let's try not to drop it. The balance point is here because the cord is kind of also controlling that. So your hand that's using the trigger, it's not doing a lot of work and you're not tiring both shoulders, you're tiring one shoulder. Where I felt that with the Flex, because of the battery, I felt that there was a lot of weight on the back and you can kind of slightly see it, where it's a little bit hard to balance. And I guess it's mainly the cord, right? It's the cord helps you balance it even though it's on your shoulder. It helps keep that machine in a specific position, where with this I was kind of mucking around and playing with it. So wouldn't say a disadvantage or a con, I'd more so call it a difference you have to get used to. But otherwise, that is my first impression of the Flex. I'm looking forward to trying it with something that has more defects. Then I'll probably do a proper Flex versus Rupes showdown or corded versus battery showdown. But so far, I'm impressed. I feel like it's more so suited probably for 3-inch as opposed to a 5-inch or a 6-inch. I wouldn't say you'll be getting very good results with a 6-inch on it, but I hope I'm wrong when I do a proper paint correction on there. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Please feel free to share, comment and like, because if you like this kind of content, I will make more of it. And again, please check out the IGL Coatings Australia website if you're interested in any products or these amazing pads and polishes. Thank you for watching.